Okay. Put it back on now. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. Facebook, sorry for the interruption last time. I don't know what happened. Like the last video we did, everything started shutting down one by one. It was crazy. It was a weird experience. Well, it wasn't. So, let's rock this. Alright. Here we have the word gossip. Alright. And this is from Etymology Online. Alright. This is part 2 of F4 from Paradise to Paradise the Gossipers. Alright, so to talk idly about affairs of others, the 1620s from gossip, related to gossip, gossiping, things of that nature. Old English, gossip, sponsor, godparent, from God, sib, see sibling. Extended in the Middle English to a familiar acquaintance, okay, or a gossiper, right? So this is what you do to a familiar person. That's why people don't like Joe Fufu, people who are too familiar. Why? Because they gossip. And that's what Joe Fufu means. Person who is friend or acquaintance, familiar, acquaintance, Joe Fufu, Joe familiar, they'll always gossip, a friend or neighbor, circa 1300. Especially to women friends invited to attend a birth. Later to anyone engaged in familiar or idle talk, 1500s. Today, as if I say the same guy, if I say a lot of wisdom, I'll use his words. What they told me. We don't do lonely talk. What's lonely talk? Monkey talk. What's monkey talk? Idle talk. We don't do no idle talk. If you ain't doing it, shut up. No investigation, no right to speak. And so that was some great information that you provided with. Okay. So we get up here to this other part of gossip. What was it at? Awe. Now, gossip on the online etymology means to talk idly about the affairs of others. Gossip. To talk idly about the affairs of others. I.e., gossip TV, gossip magazines, gossip cell phones, gossip web addresses. Let's gossip. Or we're all what? Idle. And we're waiting on something, someone, somehow. People, places, and things. Because we get gossips, they're idle. They're frozen. They're in Isa. Cold. Jesus. See, this is why people who gossip can believe in Jesus and things that are cold and Kwanzaa and stuff like that. Even though Kwanzaa is money, but they still use it for a cold time of year. So your gossip at these religious holidays and expose the affairs of others. See that? You're at a party, a club, exposing the fears of others. Not the fears of yourself, but of others. That's what gossipers do. So we got that. That's what they do. let's go into scriptures for you Masons and other folks who schnizzle. We'll go with this. Now, we're just going to run through some things what God say about gossip. And then we're going to go into Oscars and close this out. Alright? We're going to go into Oscars, then we're going to close this out. Do not spread slanderous gossip among your people. Uh-oh. Do not sling slanderous gossip among your people. Or is it? Is that any of you? Does that touch anybody? Let me get it one wow. I am thirsty. Hold on. Alrighty, here we go. So, those who, okay, do not spread slanderous gossip among your people. The Lord said, do not stand idly. What does gossip mean? Talk idly. So we have a, don't you stand idly. Do not stand. So if you're not stand idly, then you would not be what? Talking idly. Right? By when your neighbor's life is threatened. I am Yah. Oh shit. Don't stand idly or don't stand in gossip when your brother is in trouble or your sister in trouble and do nothing, says the Most High. That's in Leviticus 19:16. So if you're a preacher or an educator, the educator is like a priest for because his words is like casting spells. Technically, a teacher, an oracle, or orator, i.e., or more great speaker, technically is a priest or seed of Levi, some type of way. You know what I mean? So, those who refuse to gossip or harm their neighbors or speak evil of their friends. Psalm 15:3. Those who refuse to gossip. Those who refuse to stand idle and do nothing. Those who refuse to stand idle and speak of idle shit and talk about other people's business. They visit me as if they were my friends, but all the while they gather gossip. I.e. what? Backbite, right? Slander. That's Psalms 41:6. Alright, Psalm 69:12. I am the favorite topic of the town. What? Gossip, slander. Right? But what the town is what? Idle. Ain't nobody doing shit in the hood. Ain't nobody doing this shit in the city. They're waiting for the next motherfucker to come from outer space or from another city or another country to spice shit up. So, idle. Gossip. About what? Not just his affairs, but other people's. Proverbs 13:11. A gossip goes around telling secrets. Peep game. A gossip goes around telling secrets. She don't hang around with chatterers. That's why you notice my phone don't ring, if at all. I don't hang around no chat. I mean, you chat my head off. But we ain't on this thing here trying to chat your head off and video you to death. There's a lot of information inside of me, man. I gotta get it out. Get it out. And if my medical marijuana can slow my thoughts down, you wouldn't understand shit I'm saying. Things all over the place now. Others may cause you, others may accuse you of gossip, and you will never regain your good reputation. Proverbs 25:10. Proverbs 25:10. Others may accuse you of gossip, and you will never again gain a good reputation. Come on, man. If that ain't the reason, keep your mouth shut and mind your business. But if you get a chance to say something constructive, say it. If you get a chance to do something constructive, do it. If not, shut the fuck up. Prime example. Or have your good reputation fucked up. Fire goes out with wood, and quarrels disappear when gossip stops. Ain't that a bitch? This is a confirmation I was trying to tell somebody. All that gossip about this guy getting smacked. That ain't your business till you get smacked. Yeah? It ain't your business till you get smacked and you become the next meme. Now here come all the guns. You see that concentration camp and the black man and the black woman? This conversation is not for anybody else. I'm talking to a so-called black man, black woman. We're from the same planet, we just got different fathers. I.e., we're from Mother Earth, we got different spiritual fathers. And I ain't mad at you, and I pray that you are not mad at me. And we will not apologize for sharing what we see. Next one. Fire goes out with wood, and quarrels disappear when gossip stops. Two more. Their lives became full of every kind of Their lives became full of every kind of wickedness, sin, greed, hate, envy, murder, quarreling, deception, malicious behavior, and gossip. That right there is big. When you put gossip in a column like this, really, Romans chapter 1, verse 29. That's huge. Let me get that. I got the copy of that right there. I got to get that. I got to get that. No, do it like this. Do it like this. Romans chapter 1, verse 29. The Oscar thing ain't gonna be that long. And we're going to the King James Version. And here we go, right there. Oh, see, they don't have 3-4 chapter. Let me see. Where is the gospel at? See, that's the bull crap. 29. See, the King James took out, somebody in the King James Version took out gossip. New Living Testament. I said I found the version. Okay. There's so much funny about when I chooses on what they read. But I'm going with something that I know the educated ones rock with. What's that at? The Wycliffe or Young's Literal Translation? I think it's Young's. Let's see, 29. Whispers. Alright, let's see. What we got? Whispers. Okay, it sounds like a collusion here. What's the whisper? We put the Jew Bible. Let's see what we got here. See, the black Jew even got it in its language, but we want Bitcoin, Bitcoin, 29. Oh, well, this one I can't find. Because it's taking too much time. On the screen, I don't want a screenshot. But on the screen, it says gossip. Excuse me, it says gossip. I remember. Share. Let's go this screenshot real quick before I can move on. Web, so here it goes. Web capture. No. I need the whole screen. No, I need the whole screen. let's see. Screen capture. Nope. Oh well. I'll probably forget about it. But anyway, gossip. There's gossip in there with envy, murder, and deception. So you need to tell me people who are gossiping or practice some type of envy, some type of hate, some type of greed, wickedness. You have to ask yourself, am I guilty of that, man? When I get up every morning, when I get up every morning, I stretch. I'm up here with your loved one. And we ask ourselves, who am I going to go gossip about? Oh, excuse me. I'm gossip about. So let's get that, what was that again? Trying to find what all I had before. What's not here? Let's see. Oh, here we go, I found it. So, I want to catch your attention on this picture right here. This dog called Rin Tin Tin. I'll post it on YouTube. You'll better find it. Or catch you on Facebook at Hosea Bay. Alright, so understand this, that the people who created the award Oscar, get this mind state. They are not thinking about nobody of color. You are the furthest thing from their mind other than, where's my money? That's it, is my shit clean? And get to work. Get to work. The K9 star Rin Tin Tin is believed to have received the most Best Actor votes in 1929 before a second round of voting excluded non-human stars. Credit Alamy. So, black man and black woman, you're in the running with a fucking dead dog. If that's not funny, if that's a funny joke. That's one of the most serious, funny jokes that have ever crossed my mind. Freaked me out, man. I'm glad to see it sideways, man. Yeah, it's almost over. I'm getting tired of it. A dog, man. So let's fast forward this to all this gossip about a black man who's a Mason smacking another black man It was in some type of Masonic organization as well. And that's a ritual. When the real smack in the face is the first Oscar award goes to Rin Tin Tin. For real, a dog. Who can compete with a dog but a dog? Really. When you really think about it, who can compete with a dog but a dog? Who can compete with a dog but a dog? Rin Tin Tin. Let's read on some more. Go to the top of the page. I had typed in who was Oscar, and it came up a history of the Academy Award statuette. It has rich, humor-filled history, but was a dog radio first winner. Okay, this piece is written by Jonathan Glancy, I guess. The magazine is called, is it Culture? No, this is okay. No, this is BBC. It's from the BBC, and the guy that did the article is Jonathan Glancy, February 2016. All right. Louis B. Mayer, head of MGM Studios, decided that giving a dog the first of the soon-to-be legendary gold-plated 13.5 inch 34.3 centimeter statuette. Now, where's Abraham Amercan? Where's Abraham? Strange Gods. What do we memorize this? Strange Gods. Oh yeah. Who's Nimrod at? Nimrod. Here we go. Strange Gods. Let's start this up a little bit. I want to get these. Oh, I don't want to do that. Here we go. Here we go. So Abraham comes from a father who was a captain of Nimrod, i.e. Mason. Okay? So Abraham is a blood of a Mason. So it's not new or strange for the child of Abraham or from a child of a Mason. You see the correlation here. See, this is the correlation. This is the Book of Jasher, chapter 11, verse 15. This Mason, these Masons, who gossip or babble and put it in a Babylonian way today, is trying to remove the Creator along with its gods and its spirit and its demons that are still amongst us. These spirits are still amongst us from the Nephilim seed, because it wasn't made by the Most High nor by Mother Earth, so they're trapped between things that are not of earth or spirit. and I care not to tap into what the fuck it is. That's where that part comes where it says some things you just don't want to know. And we thank wisdom for that part. Praise y'all. So this is a 13-inch statue. And Abraham did what? Break the statues of who? Nimrod. And any historian know, and every historian know, that Egypt or the children of the same father, i.e., where's he at? Ham. King of Elam went away from the family of the children of Ham. Somebody took the word ham and defiled it. And it had nothing to do with no pork or no pig. In fact, ham is just the opposite of what they call his name. Or get his name associated with, like hamburger or pork ham. Actually, if you associate ham with squealing like a pig or something like that, he never did that. In fact, he didn't say anything. That's what made ham bad. Don't eat pork or don't be like ham. Take my word for it, but it's the only way you can see that you're associating ham with a defiled animal. According to the Hebrew, not the Jew or the Islam, according to the original Hebrew. And with the frequency from this story up until this very moment is still the same frequency. Statue. Now check this out. The word in this one was motion pictures, arts. And Abraham's argument was what? Check this out. His argument was, what was it, at 29? 29. He placed him so he think that he might eat. It says this. No voice nor hearing. There's another one. I just seen it too. The other one said it don't move. Okay, this would mean the same thing. No, none of them stretch out one of their hand to eat. So it doesn't move. According to the Academy of what? Moving statues. Because they're what? Movie statues. See that? Moving statues. So now, motion pictures of Abraham seeing this on a video screen, he would see that it's what? It's a moving picture. And it's gonna what? Talk. Press a button, it's gonna think. It's gonna do all that. And this is on the top of the Oscars awards and the gossip that son Black America even to a darker presence. Because for people to get up and indulge into gossip about an act of violence, regardless if it was staged or not. Goes to the point that that energy made so much money. You won't believe it. That right there is making people's little talk shows and careers from somebody being smacked. And now all this gossip about, well, a woman should be like this or the man should be like that. How? How can you put man and woman in the same arena of somebody being smacked? That's not a man or woman thing. That's a male-female thing. When you fight over a crumb, i.e., idle conversation, gossip, quarreling. And that was to me the gossip, and then it's in the midst of the Bible where it says, it's in the midst of murderers, deceptive, hate, all in the same sentence with gossip, and vice versa. That's heavy. That's just like you saying you're not a thief, but everybody's a thief but you. Motherfucker on the outside, I'm like, yeah, right. You steal too. Everybody runs is a thief. Of course, we know you steal, motherfucker. I don't work like that. So, the king of Hollywood and the Academy's first president at the Spanish colonial style home with Roosevelt Hotel. So, there's a Spanish colonial, alright? You have the Academy of what? Motion Pictures. And because Abraham is saying, look, these don't, for real, these don't have a soul or a spirit. Abraham's father, Terah, when he got his shit broken up, he's like, look, man, this shit ain't got no spirit or no soul. Why are you lying to me? So here comes the enemies of the Most High and the enemies of the seed of Abraham. We're not saying, Oscar, let's go mystical, nothing stupid like that. It's not about that. It's the point that to the seed of Abraham, these things don't really talk or not like that. We know they don't talk, so they're useless. But to the rest of the world, the Academy of Motion Pictures can bring those things to life and have you artificially inseminated. You know what I mean? And simulated. Inseminated. Sperm and inseminated. Copies of life. So the Oscars sat back and did 2 or 3 things. These new black Masons don't understand the history of their own shit. And because they're too sleep to understand that the only reason why we ever do what we doing is because you niggas are still asleep, still acting like Nimrod, and so long as y'all stay like Nimrod, your God will never come help you. And that's powerful knowledge. You understand that? My Afro-Asiatic brothers and sisters? As long as you know that we're using your true Mason knowledge against you, and what is that? Maintaining the psychology of Nimrod. And implanting through the geometry, implanting through signs and symbols and magic and multiple gods, where we're ensure the confusion. Because you keep going through all these different windows and doors trying to find the spirit of Most High Yah. When the fact is, all you gotta do is stop and see. Excuse me, if you're real, can you please manifest yourself and grant me the knowledge and the wisdom of some type of spiritual consciousness that I could recognize that is you and not my own mind. My mind play tricks on me. And if you come from a traumatized society, if you come from a traumatized community or household, a traumatized educational background, i.e. public schools, that's what you're going to get. So these new black nations, do it thou wilt and all that, is being misguided and misled. That the true foundation and the true architect of all things of a true nation knows that it's the Most High Yah. You can't be none of those things, let alone a pharaoh or an Egyptian king, goddess, or any of that. That is so slanderous, man. It's really slanderous. Even Birdman said, put some respect on my name. That shook the radio waves. You ain't heard, you got a nigga said nothing bad about Birdman. They made some memes, but that was his own words. But after that, you ain't heard shit. But publicly speaking, we're not talking about what you do in private, because that's between you and your creator, what you do in private. So the Oscars, the smack ritual of the idol worship. And we have Christopher Columbus, or Saint Chris, cipher the son of syphilis, dog-headed man. We have a video of it. We have made a video about it. It was on Subject New Times. And your Christ, Christopher, Messiah, was once a dog-headed man. And so is the Oscars first winner. Is a motherfucking dog. We win 10-10. There's something about the dog in Wizard of Oz. So to the black Jew, Maccabees, so we'll go right here. If Abraham, right, if Judaism come from Abraham, then you have to be the black Jew who did what? Worship false gods. Come on, man. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? What the fuck are you eating? You don't want to smoke with me. You don't want to smoke with me, man. This shit hot where I'm at, man. You don't want no smoke with me. And I don't mean smoke like fighting or nothing like that. Not why. Cause yeah, when you know this shit, you gotta live it. You gotta live this shit. You have to live it. And so, internalizing these things and knowing these things, and saying, hey, How can I sit back idly, ain't right, and then say this to the people? I.e. Leviticus, right? I read that in the other take before it got cut off. Don't what gossip, what speak idly, right? Don't speak idly. What gossip? I'm here to entertain you, tickle your ears, man. Telling you what's keeping it one funky. There was a rumor that Betty Davis had named the statue after her first husband, Harmon Oscar Nelson. So even then, not not only in your black civilization only did you put gods up, i.e. I read it, and Abraham, Terah was a black man. Obviously Nimrod was a black man, and the Masons is doing what? Black man shit. So now, the pale skin Mason, he copies it and repackages it up and puts his dog in the goat. And I can see the connection because Egypt and Babylon have animals, have dudes, and have animal dudettes and animals. Right? What's up with this version of Mason that y'all need these fucking animals? That's how we know the difference. And that's why there's the exodus and the separation. Go ahead. Next to this. Now, picture Walt Disney. It's a picture right here of Walt Disney. Walt Disney won more Oscars than anyone in history with 26 Oscars. This is 26 idols. The same amount, if not more or less, is what Abraham broke in his father's house. So the black man or the black woman comes home with 100 of these Oscars, talking about, look at me. Meanwhile, you talk about, I'm a child of God, when God hates this shit. And Abraham in history says he hates this shit. And it's saying honor thy mother and thy father. That's why your days will be long. Because of this pattern right here. Of getting rid of idols in your house and in your hearts. So Walt Disney, not because I said it, not because it's been alleged, but it's been there's victims that came out and sued them about their pedophilia and their hush-hush on the child endangerment part. I'm not going to details, but this is who gets 6 Oscars and gets more praise when 2 black, so-called black people, are smacking each other. I see a pattern of violence here, one against children and black people. And Walt Disney and the Oscar fantasy still goes on. Gossipers, film critic, gossipers. We don't hate the person or the people, we just hate the sin. Because it did say gossiping is a form of sin. So, am I gossiping? No. We're giving you true facts in history on gossipers and slanders. And the ancient term for slander in ancient Latin, look it up, is devil. So I'm not saying the black Jew devil because I'm making this shit up. It's because I have it right on the screen and I'm going to upload it to YouTube and y'all can actually read it and do further research yourself because it'll start clicking. Hold up. The Most High is the great architect of all things. So as long as they keep me from the Most High, and they abuse the Most High's creation, and subdue me with some other shit, it has nothing to do with creation or the Most High's architectural frequency for us, to make sure that this planet maintains its balance and all things in and around it. You motherfuckers were made a wobble wobble. And now that was dawning on me, if you take time out to listen to your favorite top 10 billboards, whatever, the words of the name of the band is speaking about the sounds that it, not so much the sounds of the town, which is obvious, but the record companies communicate. Like Hosea means salvation, Elijah means God, God's messenger or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me on that. That's a horrible guess. Believe me, I don't have no problem telling y'all that I'm not sure about something. But yeah, Walt Disney has 6 of these. So when the black man and black woman goes to these Oscars, and these BETs, and these Tonys, and these Hollywood stars things, what do you think they're doing to you? They're dragging you to stay in this realm for eternity with them. Lean back a little bit. Nigga, this stuff can cut off before we went to now. It's pretty much done. So we can marinate on this news now. Good morning. Dopalicious.com, where we keep it one funky, where everybody else can't keep it 100. Just for the people. And my bullets is keeper. None of the stuff that we said makes sense. Or you research it and can't find that it's historical. There's archaeological finds for this. Civilizations are real. We have photos and things of that nature on tap. If you want some photos to make the connection a little easier. Because I ain't going to put it together for you and package it. No. You gotta sell your own dope. Sell your own dope. Shit. Because it is dope. Uncut dope. And not in a negative way. Not the negative connotation. So we have to ask ourselves, what God is we really calling on? And what God are we really waiting on? Because on the Most High, yeah, we don't have to wait. Don't have to wait. Don't have to wait. You know? You don't have to wait. For some reason, messing with these gods that do talk like machines, and we have to folks are worried about somebody dropping EMP bombs. So if there goes that talking god, if there's no electricity, then your talking gods and radars and stuff fall to the ground. So that's definitely not God. If we had to relive the mind of Abraham's time and when he saw all those mannequins, yeah, dressed up in a clothing store, being adorned with all types of vanity, he might blow up a right? Think about this, right? Right, family? Think about this. I'll do the tarot part. Oh, 15. 15. Here we go. Here we go for the people. So we got Walt Disney with these strange idols. What is so strange about it? Why is so-called black man and black woman gossiping and giving their care to strange gods or idols? I'm thinking of this a little like of wanting to know, because if you knew what you was doing, doing the right thing would be hard work. We couldn't be able to rely on just the bare minimum. Right now, like I could rely just on the bare minimum. I'm like, man, I can't get used to that. Just the bare minimum. I don't know who. I had, at least in my mind, I had a reason not to want that. speaking from experience. Whatever, Papa. That might be it, fellas and fellas. I think the spirits, that's enough. Let me see. Oh yeah. Folks, don't ask the Most High God for yourself. Go to Him with your own heart, with your own language, your own motivation. And then when it happens, you'll be really excited. Well, the next time, you should keep following what I'm saying. Spirit God. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to finish this video. Even though we didn't pray the second one back in, but in divine will, it was the income and the outcome. We ask you for bless this video. We ask that you would help us learn from this. Those who do listen to them, that you give them courage and try. And that you may be glorified. Because without your confirmation, it's for nothing. We sent you the great architect of all things, seeing us things, heard of, not heard of, thought of, not thought of. We say thank you. And to you guys who hung out with us, thank you. On Facebook, you can keep the list filled, thank you. Unspoken folks, Twitter stuff, thank you. And that's the wrap out this right here.